There was a lot of hype behind the old roster, but this roster, it feels like we're like a bunch of no ones here.
Mostly everybody's opinion was just, oh, there's not enough firepower, like how are they going to do in the league? So I think main storyline is just us trying to prove those people wrong and us building together up as a team.
Having incredibly skilled players doesn't necessarily guarantee success. This year we took a bit of a different approach. We wanted to make sure that we got the team environment and the culture correct so we could develop them into players that would be great players. We wanted to facilitate that by having an environment where the players develop each other, and it's been our core focus when we were choosing the players.
This project was fully fresh, new faces everywhere. We had to go through hella things, like so many different experiences, so many different cultures coming in, so many different ideas coming in, and we had to kind of just put it together and pick out what's best in all these different areas.
I can say this is like the best team I've ever had before in terms in the atmosphere, the closeness between each other, and then there is no negativity in the team. So everyone is just like focused.
Going back, this was my goal for the year, that it was a sad part for me that I couldn't be in the playing five and I couldn't have the play time. So I set myself as a goal that by the end of the year, I want to be in the playing five and I want to be playing.
So we had 6 weeks just now before convergence, and then we'll have another 6 weeks or so before we start the league. We felt like that was enough time to give Lanifas the time he needed with the team to develop. His confidence is much higher than it was. I think he's developing in all the right areas.
With Polvi, he's someone that would just go in, not care in the world, make space.
If you're the entry, you go. I don't really care if I die or if I get the kills, I've done my job and finding the gaps for my team, so.
Russ's firepower is extraordinarily underrated. When he was in Guild, he was playing just the hard flex role. He was doing all the hard jobs.
We play with like star players, I guess you could say. Me playing with like Leo Safe, right? It's just one of the things people don't really realize. We're all good at shooting back. Like we're actually good at aiming. But the thing is, when you play with stars, you don't shine as much,
Pras helped me a lot. His calls are insane. It just makes us feel more comfortable the way he calls.
He always has his mindset on something and he knows like how to get us there.
The people are like, oh my God, Ben Kai, really? He's coming to G? Like, it was the perfect fit, right? He's got fresh ideas, he's a Masters and Champions player, and he's got the experience of, the highest level. So it was kind of a no-brainer for me that G would go for somebody like him because he was on the market and nobody was looking at him.
So one thing he said when he came here is kind of a big part of the reason why he's not main IGLing is, I like being creative, I like coming up with rounds, I like being able to help in the call-in, but I have a lot more left to give individually.
I'm just looking to build myself more as a player, I think, because not a lot of people know me as like this fragging powerhouse or something. But I know that I'm capable of that and I'm trying to push myself to accomplish that as much as I can.
Blaze King, we picked him up, he had an insane performance in Ascension. We felt like individually he was at a very high level.
I'm surprised nobody's talking about his firepower. He had amazing individuals for his role.
On Haven, there was this one round where Blaze King got an ace and the other team was an eco. And yes, sure, it's not an ideal situation to be in, but you saw the fortitude that the players carried. You saw the sort of faith they're willing to put in on their teammates. You did not see that last year.
G, after announcing the roster itself, we have a lot of haters, of course. I don't really want to say anything about the haters, but the fans is just crazy. They don't actually support who wins, they actually just support the teams,
Them chanting your name, chanting G, like Global Esports, it's like, you can feel the vibrations when you're on stage, right? And that makes you just feel like, wow, the fan buff, it actually is, it's real.
Global Esports has been that one ray of hope that the Indian community needed because I can't seem to imagine the Indian Valorant scene without Global Esports. It's not possible. The sort of things they've done for the community, it's phenomenal. And I think the relationship that Indian fans share with Global Esports is one full of passion and one full of aspiration.
I'm tired of fighting. I'm gonna win now. G winning.